Hello, Internether, and welcome to the Sotraeus 2-year channel special. June 2nd, 2026 marks 2 years of my channel being active, and I am so excited. However, it only took 1 year for my channel to go from Jakku Draws to Sotraeus. And let me just say, the changing of usernames was very, very frequent. And, speaking of change, let's go through a glow up over the years.
This is what I see in the brightest lights. And what I see is an eye. We present to you visions in a full moon.
Over the time that I've been active on YouTube, I've brought so many people together, and I owe a lot of them such a big shout out. So why don't we get started? Firstly, I'd like to give a shout out to Bridget Price. She's been my best friend ever since 2024. And Bridget, I do hope we meet soon. Nextly, I'd like to shout out another one of my good friends, Adam. And not only are his YouTube shorts very funny, but he also has very good drawings. You should check him out sometime. Now, nextly, I'd like to shout out my brother, Eli. At first, I was concerned about making a YouTube channel for you, but now I'm glad you're starting to make content. You seem to be doing so well, too. I'm surprised. Now for my 3 folk song creator friends, Esther, Memory, and Sebastian. If there were a couple more of you, I'm sorry I missed you. You 3 create very good music, and I'm very proud. But seriously, how did I get so lucky to find you guys? To bring you here?
Unscrews to the ones who hate us.
So, we have a lot of Hollow Knight fans that have joined my channel as well. So we're going to show them very quickly. Lumi, Mighty Hegemol, Ball of Mushrooms, Y7WXP, Captain Rex, Prismatic Panic, Legendary Creature, Ano the Cool Cat, and lastly, Ryan is a cutie. And again, if I forgot anybody, please tap in. And now, it's time for a few honorable mentions. These include Hikari, The Daydreamer 777, Wallace, and Lunar. There's a couple others, I think, but I forgot who. Anybody please tap in if you have time to come back. Anyway, I'm really, really happy that I brought all you guys here, and I hope I can interest you even more. Hello, this is your host, Soyeon Che, and I'm so glad to see you all gathered around here. Our first discussion of the Project Sotraeus lore will be how the Wraith came together. I, Cherry, Aiko, Aoi, and Suki. Without further ado, let's get started. On June 15th, 2025, our ensemble was depicted as ghosts, inspired by the Pac-Man ghosts. We all used to have ponytails.
And our faces were quite different, based on the Pac-Man ghost that we were inspired by.
And because we were depicted as Soyeon's mind ghosts, well, we would all have spiked headbands and ponytails. Is creator out of her mind? Like, there should be gender diversity in the Wraith. This was before I became a guy. And yes, Aoi is transgender. But that'll change a month or two later. I believe these designs of us were the most iconic. We were finally depicted as more humanoid.
But I do love these designs, though. They were the most iconic. Soyeon is right.
And although I am more comfortable as a guy, I do think this design is pretty cool. I'm rather touched to have my orange and green and brown nature colors. We looked amazing at that point. And now, how we all came together. I am emotionally and hormonally imbalanced, thus leading to the common outburst during the day and night. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. My outbursts, they were almost always misjudged by my kin, my former kin. It is like they do not see what's inside. Am I not sharing it? Or maybe I am sharing it. It's just that every time I do, I get misjudged. As always. This happened almost every single day. When Nevis always blamed me for things, and the Elysim always punished me wrongly. That is when I fled out of my abode into a deep, dark forest. But I have also met Hyacinth. I have been raised by her. Now, here is my story. My kin was almost obsessed with the opposing universe, and they were devoted to the Brain Russians. I happened to love scaring Brain Russians away until my kin caught me doing so. I always yearned to be so clever, very cunning. Yet I was always wrongly accused of being rude. How unjust. One midnight, I had fled into the forest as well, leaving my abode behind, and I met Soyeon as well.
It is my turn now. My former kin hated even the most valid of anger. One day I was busy being educated, and Brain Russian pupils always had harassed me. I am very touchy, and so I busted out at them. The teasers who were harassing me, oh, they always were believed by others. And I was never. And so the Miss Grown-Up that was watching us had the audacity to call my kin. And when I was sent back to the abode, I busted out at them too. It was more than valid, yet this happened. I was wrongfully punished by them, and I cried endlessly until I blacked out. But when I regained my consciousness, I fled into the grove, and I blacked out there too. However, sweet Soyeon was there to help me, and I was so glad to be healed by her. And now it's my turn. You all know me as the most musical of the group, so here is my story. I spent most of my past up in my room, in solitude, and I played a lot of instruments. Music has always been my passion, and I were free to progress until the chatty, loudmouth kin of mine took over. Not only was the conversation annoying, they had also thought my music to be annoying as well. And as you know, I strongly disagreed. It was only a slight teensy bit of a quarrel, until my kin had scolded me and demotivated me for good. One night I'd woken up from a very bad dream. The same situation replayed in my head. And that is when I jumped through my window, and took my instruments with me, of course. I was hoping to re-enter my musical path and embark on it once more. And so I arrived in the grove, and guess who I met? I had met Soyeon immediately, as I just arrived. We obviously shared musical tastes, and that is when we immediately became best friends. I guess now I get to turn. My former kin always forced me to do work around the abode. All day. Much more than you would think. I would always be burnt out, and neither of them ever noticed. The only time I would ever catch a break is late at midnight. I had barely got any sleep then, and I began to grow dark circles under my eyes. But then one midnight, when I could not even sleep, I'd gained the audacity to jump out of my window and meet Soyeon in the grove. It was nicer than I expected.
Hello, this is Shak Sung-hye from the group Ilakra, and we have a few questions for you. Now, firstly, should we get some new members to join the group? Or should we stay a group of 5? Please drop your answers in the comments. Hello, this is new Ita of the group Ilakra, and if you have any concepts for our new members, please tell us your inspiration.
Hello there, this is Yoon Kaya, and here's my question for you guys. Now, if you have a bias in Ilakra, like a favorite member, who is it? Drop your answers.
Hello there, this is Gang Redong, aka Reyes. And my question is, did you know I am the older sibling of Kadal O'Wheelier? However, I hate Kadal so much, because I'm not the type to go around and steal stuff too much. Funny coincidence, ain't it? Hi, this is Hwang Era, and here's my question. Should creators start making songs for us? If so, please drop your responses. Hello, this is Sola. And with Sola comes Soyeon. Soyeon and I had a very close relationship since day one. And speaking of day one, let's flash back to it. I, Desolation Nightshade, had rescued Soyeon from Brain Russians. They were trying to capture her. That's right, but they didn't. Yes, Soyeon. I was forced to work with Brain Russians, but I refused every time. And whenever I didn't have to do forced work, I would come see you. And we mutually loved it very much. And now that I got out of the stupid job that I used to have, I loved visiting you. And I loved when you came. I felt rescued. And ever since I got out of the forced work, I made us safe. Yes, and later on, we switched up our attire. I looked like the Spoken Guardian Hyacinth, and I was inspired by Error Ray. I mean, look at them. Don't we look alike? I think so. I know Absolute Hollow Knight fan is gonna say Hyacinth and Error Ray look like Isma and Elgrim. No! They're the exact same. They look they look the same. Hello, I'm Alion Sotre, and I am known as the Silent Fighter. Well, not now, because I regained my ability to speak. Finally, after beating the Winged One. The Winged One is slain thanks to me, and my perfect combat skills. At first I had company with me to help fight the Winged One, and her name was Yana. But sadly, the Winged One killed Yana, and so I had to go solo. And the reason the Winged One had started fighting me in the first place was for the dumbest reason ever, because the Winged One was selfish enough to take away my solitude. Solitude is where my best acting takes place. Why? Of all things! And then after all of my acting sessions, I had to be questioned, as always. I also love singing, fun fact. But that got taken away too. And then my voice was taken. I could not speak anymore. That is, until I cut the thread that I was hung by, which took my voice away. Then after, Karma got the Winged One, and the most dangerous of procedures happened. And why not leave it at that? It will build suspense for you. With a gilded pin and wings to fly, nothing shall stop the great Ali Sotre. You've literally never heard me do that voice. Hello, I'm Car Vernon, and I once got trapped in a nightmare realm called Ill-Used Realm. That realm, it lives up to its name, considering the inhabitants were mistreated by the one and only Groundress Ellison, who was also the one who raised me, sadly. The Groundress, she hung the inhabitants by a silken thread, and that is how they've been manipulated ever since. If she catches them doing something wrong, something that she doesn't like, they get mistreated, like punished very brutally. Worst part is, she hated when I tried to have fun. That's how I got these scars on my face. What's not to love about fun? The Groundress always hated fun, but why? It's like we can't even do anything around here. That's probably why I got purposefully trapped here. To meet my maker and slay the actions she does. For good. Not only that, but save her victims. I'm glad you all came to see this video, and as a reward, I'm going to play one of my songs.
Since we're coming out, forbidding certain words, the rule's still active now. Wish us the best of luck, since the torches are worse than them now. They think they're on school grounds.
I think Best of Luck was one of my best songs. I wrote it to congratulate people on getting out of school, and especially after harsh social conflict. Though this might be my perspective only, I still want to wish everybody the best of luck and have a good summer. Oh, that reminds me. Best of Luck was released June 4th, 2025, and June 4th is tomorrow, so happy anniversary to that as well. I'm very happy to be hosting this anniversary video, and I will see you soon.